screens. We're doing tests today for our new gamer screen paint. This is going to be replacing the Dark Gamer Cinema. This right here is our I'm sorry, kind of lost the words here for a minute there. Sorry about that. This is going to be our final Phantom Gamer Superior. Good gracious, I butchered the day like that. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired right now. Just struck me. I gotta get something to eat, but a little tired. This is the final Phantom, and this right here is our Superior Gamer. Sorry about that. A little tired, people. A little tired. Yesterday I had a lot to do, working in the shop. I got this morning, getting some work done on top of that. So been a pretty busy couple of days. All right, so we're doing with this one. We want the lighter screens for this one. And we want that one definitely with the lighter screens versus our darker technology. All right, so 35D is perfect for these. Certain ones we can't use. So we can't use and I go with the lighter screens because the lighter screens are going to have white screens versus some of the lower lumen. But we're doing the lighter screens right there. They would pick up much better on a lower lumen projector. So they would have a much higher vantage point over our product, and that's what we want. We want to tip the odds where the certifieds have the higher ability to do better than our screen. So we left the lighter ones up there versus the darker. I got to turn off my projector right now. Hold on for a minute. This is not the one we're using. It's too bright. There we go. So that's why we go with the lighter ones, because the lighter ones are going to perform better than our product due to the fact that this is going to be a darker screen versus lighter products. And they're going to do better, hopefully do better, and give our screens more of a challenge. This one shouldn't be here. This is daylight screen, shouldn't be there. That's way too dark. The darkest one we have is the Cinema Gray 5D. That's basically about it. So we got everything from Seymour AV 1.3. We have a Cinema Gray, which is the darkest one. We have a Daylight, which is another white screen. So that's what we need right now. We can't use the Cinema Gray because Cinema Gray, you can't use those particular screens. It says in instructions, they have to be used with a projector of a 2,000 lumens and up. So they have rules and regulations with those. All right, let's go get our projector. All right, gotta eat. I'm so tired here. So we're gonna set this up to what? We got these rubber sticks on these. All right. Can I just put this here? Then I can just put that right there. It would be so much easier for me. That would make my job so much easier. I feel like Seinfeld when he was in that red room, the red planet. Man, I'm working on no sleep, no sleep. Oh, now nice. Be nice. There we go. All right, we need a cord for this. Where is the cord for this particular unit? Hopefully it's not anywhere far. Oh yeah, I knew you just want to follow it, definitely. All right, there. And the cord somewhere around here. We're using it to charge the speakers. Okay. You can't be it. found it. Wire bag. All right, so we're going to be using a 1,000 lumen projector, 720p, 600 by 800 res. We use these projectors quite a bit when we want to do a low lumen test. This is to see exactly how low we can go or where the screen's going to be able to perform better, judging by the caliber and how many lumens we're going to be using. So see what we can get away with and what we can't get away with in the max out zone. All right, let me put this switch right here. Get this set up and get my headsets over there. Get this started. Let me get a little adjustment in here. Whoa, Jack, that's not gonna work. That's better. Man, that's extremely good. Good gracious, that's really good. That is really, really, really good. A minute, let me bring my projector over just a little bit more. There we go. Kind of using my projector as a stand here. That is really good. Let me see. Look at these legs pop up here. No. We need a little bit more. It's a little angle. Where's it's crooked there? So I think we need to put some support back over here. We need to do over here. That's a little bit better. It's already done really slant. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see. What do we need to do to get that correct? That's weird. So it's really awkward slant. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, let me see. That's a little better. That's better. There we go. That'll work. That'll definitely work. That'll definitely work. Perfect. I don't mind if you get something to splash over the wall. We need to splash over the wall. Yeah, so there we are. That's a Sony DPL FH30. No, yeah, right. I've been way too powerful in here for that one. That's a 4,300 lumen projector. So there we are right there. You can see there's the screen. This is how far my projector is sitting back. Have it on record. This is the model number of the projector we're using in the demonstration. So this is an SVGA DPL CS4 Sony projector at only 1,000 lumens. Now, as you can see, we're in the max out zone. I'll show you how much light that the screen is working with in here. Get our max out over there. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take my hand, put it over top, get to read a little bit, take it away, going. Put it over here. Doesn't pick up. Make sure we have a sensor right there because we can't block that sensor. There we go. Told you, nothing picks up down here. Too much light in the environment. I can move that meter all around, drag it around. It's not going to pick up. It's ambient. The ambient light we have down here is stronger than in the average living room. So you watch me take that meter and drag it across the floor back and forth. It's still going to always going to stay at 1. It don't max. I don't pick up down here. That's why if you notice, if you watch somebody do a demonstration trying to do a max out zone, they can't move the meter. If they move the meter, the settings change on it automatically. So it doesn't stay at 1. It doesn't cancel out. But we can take that meter. I can move from one section of the room back and forth, and that thing will still do exactly what it's supposed to do. Told you. I'm standing in front of it. I'm blocking my sensor. There we go. As long as I'm standing in front of that sensor, I'll block it. So if I'm sitting over top of the sensor like this, or my body's sitting over like this is what we're picking up. But I basically move my body back. That sensor don't read. See? Watch I put my body into the shade. Sensor will pick up. When I move my body out of the way, see right there, the shadow right there, it goes right back. So that's how much light we pick up down here. So if you look at my shadow right here, watch this, I'll lean over. See my shadow moving back and forth. As I move over, the sensor starts to pick up, starts to read. If I back up, sensor disappears. That's how crazy the ambient light we have down here. So when you watch demonstrations, they'll have the meter set at a certain area because that's where the light is going to be highest at that point, where we can just throw the meter around the environment. It's still going to pick up. All right, let's come out and get these tests done. Let's see what we need to do here. For some reason, we're not responding. Oh, we're on Fire Stick. That's why. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are we not responding over here? That's because we're on Fire Stick on this one. Because you need a gamer adapter to be able to run the PS4 through there. All right, so let's come over here, get this thing to play right for us. Go over to YouTube. We're going to pick up some colors. Now we chose the highest screens, the widest screens, the brightest screens, because they would have an advantage point over our screen being dark, trying to pick up a decent image. Let's see what we need to do here. Slow color change out. I have no idea why my voice is cracking like this, but what the heck is going on? Or whenever they get it, Alexa decides to get to it. Let's come out of it again. Let's see if she'll reply this time again. There we go. Wasn't replying. Now the reason why the low lumen tests are important because it gives our customer an idea of exactly how low they can go on the projector and how low lumens may affect the projector's outcome when it comes to color, when it comes to contrast, and so forth. So these are tests that also need to be done. They're tests that cannot be skipped. I've seen people do these tests, and what they'll do is they'll do a demonstration with a bunch of abstract art, flowers, and whatever flowing across the screen. You're supposed to show those solid colors first, so you can see exactly which is going to pull the better and much higher color levels. Kind of separates everything from having a bunch of pretty colors flashing across the screen. That's what it does. Same test, like I said, nothing new. Same test we do on every single screen has to be done the exact same way. So anytime you see somebody doing a low lumen test on the projector, there has to be a color pattern. It must be displayed. It can't be a bunch of pretty colors, a color pattern. You need to see exactly when solid blues, greens, reds, what does your color, what your colors look like on your projector in a fully lit environment? How fast is the image going to fade? Is the color going to be washed out? Is it going to be unwatchable? This is what you need to see and test. If they're not doing these tests, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not going to be worth your time. Because you don't know exactly if you're using a projector of 1,000 lumens or 1,500 lumens, how it's going to react in a fully lit environment. Never was tested. You don't know that. Okay, so from standing where my screen is at with the measuring tape, we are about 14 feet away from the screen. There's where my screen sits flat against the wall. From here, bringing it over to here, and you're always supposed to measure where the lumens start off, which is right about here. And my projector comes in at 14 feet and some change. So that's how far back we are from the screen, at only 1,000 lumens. This is why when I had that thing with the customer and I came in, I was able to drop that projector on the floor at 11 feet and show the difference, because the tests were already done on that product. And that's why it's very important to me to test your product, because you can back it up at the end of the day. All right, your store lights out. Boom, 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 boom. And the lights out at the projector at 14 feet and some change on 1,000 lumens. This is exactly what you're missing with the lights out, even at 1,000 lumens. So now the projector is going to be to maintain a little bit more of its lumen count due to the fact that we're in the dark now. But even in the dark, as you can see, the superior gamer is more superior. All right, let's come out of this real quick. Oh, I forget. Wrong controller. Keep thinking I'm on my PS4. And I'm not on my PS4. I'm on my Fire Stick, which in the dark don't know where it's at. Okay, so I'm here by the floor. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm by that floor. I'm by the floor. All right, let's come out of here. And let's go to, we should have the star filled in here. Let's hit some reds, solid reds. All right, come over here, some purples. Now this screen right here is, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 certified very light screens. We're giving them the vantage point. Let's go hit some white levels. Now, as I told you before, if the screens are producing too high of a white level, then there's going to be an issue. A white level has to be at a certain level. And this is the reason why. Some people think the brightest white level is a good thing. The brightest white level is a very bad thing. And you're going to have some very hard, you're going to have some difficult pulling contrast and color. Starfield screensaver. What's up with the on, people? I'm tired. Really tired. Oh, well, there we go. There we are. 1,000 lumens in the dark. Contrast levels are just not pulling on the other screens. Our screen's maintaining its contrast levels, even at 1,000 lumens. My projector is around, let's see, we're doing it in the dark. Keep in mind, okay, so to be fair, these screens are not going to be able to produce a proper contrast level due to the fact they are lighter screens. So we're going to have to get some darker gunmetals in there. It's going to be fair about this demonstration. We have to put those in there. All right. So I'm putting in two dark gunmetal screens because, like I said, the lighter screens are going to have an issue with trying to pull that contrast level due to the fact that they are a little bit darker. I need some tea or something, man. What's going on? There you go. As you can see, even with the gunmetal, this is gunmetal. This is a darker screen, much darker than mine. Well, I don't know if it's darker than mine. I'm not sure. My screen's pretty dark. Because we can't do this demonstration on the contrast if the screens we're using are lighter than what we have. They're not going to be able to pick up the contrast levels all that well. Where this technology will be able to, these darker screens will be able to do it without a problem. Alright, so let's move this one over here. Gotta keep this in the 4.3. There we go. So now we're good. So now you can see in the dark already that our screens, we had to put the gunmetals back in because we're doing contrast now. These lighter screens are not going to be able to compete with our technology because they can't see contrast. So we put in two of the dark gunmetals in. As you see, the gunmetal screens are not being able to produce their contrast levels next to the superior gamer. Even at 1,000 lumens at over 14 feet back in the dark. Let's hit the lights on because that's where the fun begins. This is the easy part, remember. Lights off is always easy. Get to the hard part. So the screen has to maintain its contrast levels even with the lights on. And it's maintaining quite well at 1,000 lumens. All right. Let's go get some white levels in there. I keep grabbing the wrong controller. Keep forgetting it's this one right here. We're on Fire Stick today. All right. 4K snow screensavers. Okie dokie, let's get this started. All right, there's our white levels right there at 1,000 lumens, 720p, 600 by 800 res at around 14 feet and some change. Let's go check this out on an angle. It's not hard for the screen to pull its contrast level on an angle. The hard part is to be able to pull those white levels. And as you can see, when it comes to the screen to narrow viewing cone effect, okay. So like I said, the reason why half the screen's not showing up because it's an old screen. It only does a 4.3, and that's basically about it. So you can see white levels show up extremely well. We're able to produce our contrast levels, lights on, lights off, no problem. Color produces on the technology extremely well also too. And there's the white level demonstration right there. So the screen maintains an extremely high white level. Let's get on this stuff over here. All right, let's do a color blend. We see white levels are going quite well. So we're going to do a color blend next. 4K demonstrations. I like to sit with something nice and bright. So let the color blend go off. While that's being done, this one's already passed. That's this little lumen test already finished. We can start putting away the certifies and get ready for the ultra short throw setup. This is already passed. 14 feet, that's actually much better than I thought. At 14 feet. Usually we're at 12 or 13 upstairs. We got more room down here. I'm not showing you how the technology is holding up at 1,000 lumens with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 6, 7. 7 certifies. Show the colors versus our technology. So we're getting ready for ultra short throw test next. All right, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. As you can see, the technology is passing with flying colors. We just have an ultra short throw test. Then after that, we have to go back and do a white level test. Okay, I'm Kenneth Bird from Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Thank you for your time. I have to go. Gamer, like I said, will be out pretty soon. Just have to run more tests on it. As you can see, this is what's going to come with it. We're going to have a free set of chasers that'll come with it and a 115-inch blackout cloth surface to build your own screens. All right, I'm going to get out of here real quick. And we'll get set up for the ultra short throw demonstration next. I just want to show a little bit more of the screen. That is quite impressive. All right, commercial came in. So that's my cue to basically get ready to start getting ready for the next setup over here. So get ready for that. We'll do some lights out on this real quick too while we're getting ready. There's our lights out demonstration versus these certifies. 1,000 lumens. Quite impressive. Well, like I said, all our screen paints have to go through these testing. Like I said, I don't see people doing these testings at all because at the end of the day, they kind of back that product up. You have to be to show that your screens can do exactly what they're supposed to do. This is a product at 1%. Talk about Twiggy Boys at 1%. Versus 7 certifies. All right. Where's the remote control? I just had it a few minutes ago on me. Nobody just had it. I'm gonna go back here for a minute. I'm gonna pause it right there. Go back on and turn my lights on. Make sure that screen's maintaining. We have the lights on and off. Yep. No problem. Maintaining with no problem. All right, with that being said, I gotta go. We're gonna be doing ultra short throw compatibility next. All right, gotta go, and thank you all.